How about now, character? The joys of hotkeys on your mouse. You click them sometimes. How you doing this morning? Nice. My coffee's currently brewing, and I decided that I wanted to attempt to kind of bastardize Jay Randall's Helios and attempt to turn it into either a space base or a land base. I thought it'd make kind of a neat spaceport or something like that, so. Nice. I've got about 20 of them if you want to finish texturing those. Because I hate texturing. I don't have the eye like some people do. You're not wrong at all. Literally most of my ships are one color. I might be worse than XCal when it comes to texturing. Need to get rid of the warp drive, the turrets, landing gears. Nice, Thunder. I have to check it out. Do you have it in game right now? Nice. You guys have been going like rock stars, man. I kind of feel like I'm failing by doing some creative instead of getting on and doing some actual work. No, you're good, bud. I like that little miner. That's pretty sweet. I do have to say, I like that one. And it was hard too, because usually I have Darkest Warrior, helping mod and everything for me. But he had to do, real world work. And so I was sans a mod and trying to do invisible wall patience and everything else. So I think the only one we actually were able to get on was Filbert. It is. and it worked really well. And as far as the splody bits test, the drills were all nice and separated, so none of those chained. It was only you only had to worry if they made it through the back end armor and caught a generator or something. Let me check if I get a chance to get in there today, Sunder. I think I actually hit up a titanium asteroid the last time I was on there. Character, yeah, I think that was a good call, knocking some of the drills down, especially with the way 1.4 has been. No, it definitely, and like I said, the chain test I did was very extreme. I actually god moded into the back of it and purposely hit like a generator. Um, but yeah, I mean, for realistic type stuff, you're not gonna sit there and fight and fight and fight in it. You're gonna basically try and scoot out and get away from a situation. It did really good against drones though. Which to me was a really doing good against the drones was a big deal because well, you can ask Thunder. I often don't pay attention when I'm out mining, and the next thing you hear from me is, "Oh shit, what was that?" Yeah, plasma's good for shields, but not a whole lot else. That should make Fred Hophead proud, getting rid of the gravity gens. Quantums now with no thrusters. eh, I think ultimately, I think I'm going to try two versions of this. First of all, I'm going to see if it's even doable. I did some Googling last night after my stream, and I actually have to physically go in and change the file and all of that to make this not a CV anymore. So we'll see if that's within the realm of my possibilities. And go from there. But I think I might do two versions if I can figure it out. One for space and one for land base. think minigun and flak are probably some of the two best for drones anyway. Oh, okay. But he had those on. Didn't even notice. Thought it was another CPU extender. Oh, I love rockets. Rockets are probably by far my favorite. Just how low can we go? So we gotta have. Yeah, I gotta convert it to a base first. So. I think that's. Oh yeah, probably some turrets, huh? No, and rockets are probably overall the most devastating. I think you get, in my mind, the most bang for your buck, pun intended. I still always keep at least one plasma on all my builds just because it fires fast and it takes down shields. But most of the other stuff is all missiles. No, I would definitely say character. If you're thinking about bringing anything in, go into creative, spawn it in, and take a debug tool to it. Be right back. I'm gonna go get some coffee finally. Okay. Getting some coffee back in the old bloodstream. Yeah, I don't know what the actions are. Y'all know? Y'all know any of the actions to maybe convert from CV to a base? Try something, see if this still works or if they've nerfed it. When we're out here, my core block, where to go? Lost my core block already. Ooh, well that's interesting. Only pasted half of it. Hmm. Well, definitely back to the old drawing board there. Whoa, game crashed. Mode. Did not like having 1.5 Helii in the game. Or it's not that simple. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, in the interim, let's go regular steel. So we'll work on closing in what once was thrusters. Work on making this thing airtight again. Oh, I guess it really can be that simple. That is different angle. Guess I should probably be doing this in symmetry mode, huh? Might make life a hair easier. I like to do things the hard way. I don't know if I like that. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I like that better. Which blocks did he use? Interesting. Very interesting. it's not that one. I don't know. Let me double check on that too, Sunder. I think, well, you should be able to go into my storage boxes. I may have some Sathium as well. I think I offloaded everything to the space base. How he did that angle. I'm gonna just leave it like that for now. Ooh, shiny. That's right, it ain't gonna let me because they're for a base. That should be this section done. Now we move on to this big old rear end. lot of this then now becomes very much usable space. Which I think we should now use to fill with cargo extensions. Let's see. Dang. You guys have been going like beasts. Like I said the other day, I don't even think y'all need me. More of a hindrance. So there should be that closed in. Huh, that's kind of cool. Going away, but it's kind of cool. I think. We'll do some more glass. I do have to say though, when I jumped on the other day and started looking around for, things to be malicious and tagged, everything was already tagged. I was like, oh, wow. Um, now what do I do? What's up, Maris? Doing all right, bud? How you doing this morning? Figure out how I'm gonna make that airtight. Okay, so that does work. Sweet. Nice. Look at you adulting, Maris. You've you've made it further than I have today. Fortunately, this early AM is the only chance I really get as far as on the weekends. Because my wife has these expectations that we actually like each other and spend time together, so. Sweet, that actually worked out. Haha. I love it when a plan comes together, especially when it wasn't a plan to begin with. Excuse me. Very nice, Thunder. I'm hoping in the next week or so I'll have enough stuff that I can bring in my my combat CV and go get us some quantums as well. Lots of windows. No. Stop it. There we go. Sweet. I think we're all windowed up there. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And then we gotta close this off. Let's see if we have a block for this. That I like anyway. Nope. Too short. business there. And we'll just get rid of that. Ultimately, I'd like to fill this whole area with cargo extensions. Just have a massive storage system on here. Do I want to block this off, or should I just continue the windows? No, I have to block off this top. I like it. We take out this wall, open up the room. Like that Love It or List It show Empyrean style. Yeah, that opened it up big time. Now look at the view. I have one more to go over even. Look at that. Look at there. Tons of room. Amazing what you can do with all the wasted space from thrusters. There, way less wasted space now. Feel like we gotta find a stopping point somewhere. Keep that door kind of framed in. Keep this. Put still be airtight. I think that works. Uh, oh, it's a full block. No, it's a half. Wish they made 90s in that size. Because otherwise that just looks weird. Yeah, that or not. Didn't quite go far enough. do. Boom. Boom. And boom. Oh, well, you know, maybe one of these days I'll pay attention. Boom. Boom. Should cut down on some of the not feely so good from generators. Now that I'm doing all this, I really hope it was symmetrical. Because otherwise I screwed up. We won't worry about that till we have to. Wait a second, that ain't right. Boom. One wall of windows almost completed. There. It's a big old wall of windows for sure. I think we're all airtight. I think we need that ramp. Okay, let's see how much we screwed up. Actually, not too shabby at all. Try and think what could be done with this warp drive area here. that. Should be good down here. Clean up this area. Probably should have turned symmetry mode off. Close, but not quite. Do that. subject to change. Gas batter. Oh, sorry. Whew. Probably end up coming back through and changing all this to cargo containers at some point. So for anybody that kind of just tuned in, I am experimenting with the concept of converting the Helios into a base instead of a CV. I'm sure that's gonna make Excal's skin crawl, but I don't know. This is something I thought would be neat to do. Plus, I've never done it before, so. But I am told it's possible. So I think now, with the exception of where the core was, we are airtight. Do one more quick fly around. I don't see... Nope, okay, we're good. I don't see any large gaping holes. Okay, so I'm guessing somewhere we are not airtight. Maybe, do we have a ventilator in here? No, we don't. Except that does no good. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now we got O2. Here. Nope, same completely. And we're oxygenated. Sweet. How about down here? There's another here. Force fields were airtight. Be something up here, maybe? Ramps. That's probably it. Let's see here. Ramps airtight. Nope, they are not. Three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Six blocks. Extremely decorative block work here real quick. So now everything should be airtight here. Let's see. Those are airtight. Shutter doors. Airtight. Why are we not getting oxygen? You sure those fuel cells aren't? Yeah, they're blocked in. Everything I'm seeing here is airtight. Let's go down the hallway and check. We got any? Door should be. Varies. Let's see if that one is. Yeah, that one's airtight. Back in the main room. Down the hall, turn right. Yeah. Let me step up and drag you into it real quick. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's going on this morning, bud?
I love you say this. I'm about to.
Do what?
I said I love that you say this morning. I'm about to.
Hey, you know, it's morning for me.
Yeah, I thought it was that elevator. I saw you go by there. I saw like an oddity, and so I thought that might be it, but I don't know for sure now that you've got it. That is maybe it.
Well,
No. Oh, you're in. Yeah, sorry, you're in God mode, so I wasn't.
yeah.
I was seeing a hole.
Let's
Yeah,
see if
that's probably not it. The elevator should airtight, but I didn't know what I was seeing. I saw it. I just thought I saw outside as you went around that corner.
No, and I mean, any insights appreciated at this point.
Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't be airtight. It's pretty nuts.
Didn't uncheck it, did I? No.
Unless you've got one of those, like, sort of, you know how you can have the invisible block? I wonder
Yeah.
if you have the visible block, you know, quote unquote. You know, like you're seeing a block, but the block doesn't actually exist.
That could be possible.
You could try saving the blueprint and then respawning it. Maybe that'll.
Yeah. Let's see here. See if there's anything obvious, because I did take out a couple of large thrusters, so.
Right. Yeah. It just might be missing something. Something that's like not. It's in a corner where you know your eye misses it when you go by. I think you check airtight blocks from the exterior. I don't think you can. I will. Oh, it does work from the exterior. Okay. I've never actually looked at it from that angle. I think that rounded door was just like a visual bug. I don't
I,
think that's a real thing.
I think so too, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to check.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Might I just try reloading and see if it... Oh,
Yeah,
wait, you know,
I
I
don't
wonder if
either,
this
yeah.
elevator over here too had the same issue. There's a hole.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that is definitely a... Yeah, yeah. So it's a little delayed, you know, like I'm watching the stream, like, yeah. You were like, oh, that's a hole. And I was like, I don't see it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've
So that
narrowed...
was it. That I almost guarantee that was probably it. Yeah. That's certainly a hole anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of being an a-hole this morning.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Nope. Find a good place for one of these. Place it looks at least halfway legit.
Yeah, I was thinking too, you could probably ditch all the O2 tanks, ditch all the fuel tanks, and like find a better spot to sort of like tuck them away now too.
Yeah, because I definitely
Yeah.
got room.
Right. Yeah. Because if you're a base, you don't have to think about like, you know, flight characteristics or where the thruster. You know what I mean? You don't have to like reposition everything for the layout of a ship. Just shove them wherever.
I think though this would be pretty sweet base.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool too. Yeah, definitely. This space is just amazing. Like you'd have to have an HV inside there just to get around.
Yeah.
Like everybody'd have to have their own HV. There'd be like a captain's HV. So
Make
if you're
golf
gonna fly the
carts.
ship, yeah, if you're gonna fly the ship, you have to.
Oh, we might
It's
have
like
found another one.
don't touch my HV as I'm driving. So that when I get out of the seat, I can get back to the back of the boat. So how did he deal with those before?
Well, it wasn't airtight before.
Oh, okay. He didn't care about airtight. Gotcha.
Ha ha ha
You might be
ha.
able to do could I don't know how you'd finagle it. I was thinking force fields or something, but it'd be awfully complicated to get that to
Got
look right.
it.
Nice. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Now we are airtight. All over an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I wasn't sure if elevators were airtight, like if they were sort of had force fields in them or whatever. I wasn't sure.
no, they're unfortunately not. I
Yeah,
wish they
that kind of
were.
stinks, actually.
I really wish
It
they
makes
were.
for a not so clean exit for sure. Like the one in the middle of the floor, you could probably maybe ditch and use the ones in the exterior, and then maybe like build little houses over them or something. You know, so you could make them usable and airtight. But I guess you can do it with.
Let's see here. I mean, I think. I mean, honestly,
Just,
given
you don't
this,
want to do it in the middle of the pad. I think I remember actually watching him on his one of his streams where he would, or not streams. I was watching it on some, maybe it was an X-House, but he was talking about not having those covered because, like you can't land on that.
yeah.
You get weird little stuff trying to land on someone.
Let's see here.
I mean, it's such a small space though. Just put like some caution stuff around it to land it. You know.
Well, I mean, if they're sealed off inside now, we should still be airtight here.
True. Very
So there
true.
you go. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
leave
You
those
just do
open.
the
And
the air tightness on the interior. Yeah, good call.
I love it when a plan comes together, especially when you had no plan to start with.
Right, right. Yeah, plan just falls in your lap.
So now the process begins. I've still got probably some cleaning up and making it pretty to do, but
Yeah,
which I
that
suck
big
at.
room, man. It's like, what are you gonna do with that, honestly?
Room for all of our shinies.
Yeah, yeah. I guess HPs, but
At the
man,
rate you
when I
guys are going, we're gonna need it.
I'm not building SVs and HVs though. I'm building CVs. So
There's
it's
plenty of
just
room for those too.
yeah. When he was making it, I was thinking to myself, man, what are you really gonna put in there? I mean, you're gonna put a tank. You're gonna put, the little. I guess XCal has a lot of SV and HVs.
Well,
He likes,
I
you
like
know.
I like the SVs and HVs too, especially for tank type stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I usually have a couple.
And then he's got what's the battering ram?
Yeah.
I'm sure. I know he likes to have that. Um, yeah, the tank, the tree cutter of some type.
Yep.
The miner. You could do like if you don't do a high gravity SV miner, do a high gravity HV miner and a CV lifter or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still not enough. That's a huge room. Like I said, you're gonna need vehicles to get around. It's gonna be populated with just the vehicles to get around it. There's gonna be no more room for anything else. Yeah.
Thinking making it some kind of like oil derrick looking deal.
Oh yeah, put it up on stilts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's neat. You could even how would you do that? Can you build a base into an asteroid?
I've never tried.
That would be kind of neat if you can. Just find like a crappy one, like an iron asteroid that nobody wants anyway. Like and just build into it. Yeah. That would be sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried that one.
Yeah, you'd have to do a little finagling trying to get the. But I guess if you're spawning it in, take all the time you need placing it, not actually physically building.
Yeah.
And then you just extend the blocks off the bottom. Just drag it in with the truss blocks. So that's the other thing. You put like 6 or 8 truss blocks on the bottom of all the legs.
Yeah.
That's what I did with the stuff whenever I make a base spawn truss block.
Yeah. And I
drag it.
That's
just make
being
sure
nice.
that it's in there. Yeah, just make sure it's in there.
enough coffee this morning. Spinning blocks is hard this morning.
Oh, I'm still in game. Sitting here thinking I logged out. I'm still in. I was in the middle of turning everything off.
Ah, nice.
Uh, yeah, furnace is chewed through all the ores, it looks like.
Very nice.
Yeah, the solar hasn't really panned out on it. It's provides something, but not enough.
On the ground base or in the space station?
Yeah, on a ground base. It just doesn't pan out. There's not enough solar here. We kind of picked a solar mild planet, we'll call it. I don't know what to really say. There's a lot of solar.
It worked out decent in the beginning.
Oh, it's good now. Still good. I mean, we do have to fuel a little bit, but it's nothing. I think there's 25 stacks of Promethean in there.
Nice.
Well, the pellets, anyway.
You guys have definitely been going gangbuster, that's for sure, though.
Yeah, Votto got that, Roger got that miner in early, that Plutus miner,
Mm-hmm.
and he just went to town.
I saw that. I jumped in and I was like, holy crap, somebody's already got a CV miner.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny, he picked up some high usage players. I don't know how to say it, but play a lot.
No, that's good, because with work the way
Yeah.
it's been lately, I haven't been able to. One of these days I'll quit having a real job.
Yeah, that's kind of been a bonus too. I'm working from home, so I kind of just pop in randomly during the day and do little things like run around, pick the garden, you know, help. Roger plays, or I mean not Roger. David plays a lot.
Yeah,
David plays. Yeah, he's I think he's retired.
I think so too.
Yeah, but he kind of putzes about the base pretty much all day. And,
I've noticed that it seems like almost any time I jump on there, somebody's in there.
He's either here or he's like taking a lunch break or whatever, pretty much. Yeah. He's doing a good job with the base.
Oh yeah.
Taking care of it.
You gotten a chance to explore the space base yet?
Yeah, I went up there and took a look at it. We got to figure out how we're gonna populate that too.
And for me, that
What we're
was
gonna
more
do with it.
just that was Ice Wolfen that built that, and it was
Okay.
it was an Anvil type build.
Yeah.
Something really cool that I wanted to try and get in last season, and never actually thought it through and
Right.
got it done. But for me, it was
Yeah.
more just a place where we don't have to actually come down to planet to drop things off. We can just
Yeah, I think for sure the garden is going to be good. It's got a huge set of plots up there, and I mean we could expand down here too, but there's a lot more room up there, obviously, and not like just cover our whole island with plants. You know.
And
But,
that was the appeal. If we could have found one to those M2 star planets,
Yeah.
you know, the solar is awesome on them. Everything you kind of need and want as far as solar and growing, you can have.
I could still. I mean, if you want me to look, dude, I'm all over the place.
If you come across one, let me know.
Yeah, it's just M2 habitable, right? And,
Yeah.
And like are they like tropicals or just?
Yeah, they're usually a tropical. They look similar to where we're at,
Okay.
except it's usually like a blue colored water.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can find one. I actually think I know what you're talking about. They got a bunch of. They're very similar to this. They have the big calderas from the or not calderas, but yeah, volcanoes. Yeah, caldera.
I
Um,
don't remember a volcano, but I mean it's possible. They look
oh,
more
maybe I'm
like
thinking of
if
just
you
like
imagined
Earth-like.
Aruba as a planet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the water is more Earth-like water.
Mm-hmm.
This place is pretty cool. I dig hanging out here.
Oh yeah. And I mean, other than I think the worst thing I've run into is a couple of golems.
Yeah, yeah, no, there's it's funny, so often I log in and I see Roger, he runs over the little hill over the top of the hill there and to shoot the two or three Manus, what are they called? That's
The
uh
Ursa or whatever
yeah,
majors.
yeah, yeah, there are some majors. He runs over the hill to shoot them and bring the meat back. So we've got our own little hunting ground.
Very nice.
every every half hour or so, you can run over there, and they just get guaranteed to be spawned right there on the beach.
Nice. Did you go up into the onto one of the moons yet? The which one was it? I can't remember the name. It was the purple moon.
Oh, the ones here?
Yeah.
I haven't stopped on them. No.
There's a POI in there. It's a cave and it shows up as a
Oh, I did.
purple
You
one.
know what? I did go into that the other day. Probably not on this, but I did. I did go into the cave. You were talking about it. Yeah.
That was the first time I'd seen that. Lots of golems.
Yeah, there were
Free
lots of
goodies.
golems. Yeah, no loot boxes, but yeah, lots of golems. You were talking about it when we were doing that other like semi-less one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the heck was that? I don't even remember what it was called. Anyway, yeah, it. Oh, it was like a big. Was it a something that rotated? Thinking like a
Like the Dyson sphere or
no, the mill. The thing, the POI you and I went into on the when we were just after we left the planet.
oh the
Like one of those first plants we stopped at.
you talking about for
Oh.
the puzzle things?
No,
Or
remember we went down into that POI that was just like series of dead end.
oh
It was like a
the old mine.
was it called yeah, the old mine. That's what it was. Yeah. When we were in that POI, you were telling me about the cave. And then like I don't know, day before yesterday or a couple days ago anyway, I happened upon a cave when me and David were out before he got his seat. Um, we spent the first couple days he and I mining with the I added some just drill turrets to the side of the Wayfarer and he would go out in his auger and split off mine together.
Nice.
Yeah, he spawned another one in today.
Oh really?
David did. Yeah, I've not seen this one before. It's Caprica one. I don't know
Huh.
design this is fairly basic design, but I kind of like it for that reason. Um, it's just like literally just a huge box, and it's got a hangar. You go right through like the little crafting area, straight up, and then just up an elevator, and you're on the bridge.
Very
And
nice.
anywhere else you go is like garden. It's got a massive garden.
Nice.
Oh, and it looks like he probably did this. He had done it on the last ship. He cut a boarding about them. But yeah, it's got a really big garden.
Very nice.
Yeah, really basic. Like I said, not a whole lot to it, but it's kind of cool for that reason, you know?
Yeah. Now that
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, if we do this up on stilts, we probably need a way in.
Are you talking about a land base you're gonna make that?
Possibly.
Holy base, man, that's gonna be a big base. I thought you were talking about doing it as a spaceport, and then when you did send the stilts, I was like, build it on an asteroid. I was not even thinking about it being a land base. That would be kind of cool, though, having a big landing pad be the base, you know?
Basically.
Yeah.
I like to just kind of give people options.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's got 72 plots, so
Holy
that's
cow.
pretty good for your CV.
Yeah, it is. Tactical
Yeah,
garden.
yeah. It's laid out exactly how he likes it, where everything has a switch on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's constantly looking for the switch. It's like he wants switches on the wall. I'm like, I'll make you.
Yeah, everybody's got their thing.
Everybody has their way. Yep, for sure. Yeah, I had all my ships deleted earlier
What?
today.
On purpose?
Yeah, no, just I was parked. I was late, and I was chatting with David, and I was sitting out in front of a UCH research vessel in
Oh.
Siena, and because I had warped all the way out there to try and I wanted to do it was literally like an hour after server reset, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
after like the starter reset.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I can go do the UCH stuff. I need to do the ship. I need to do the base on Siena. I need to do all those POIs, right? And so I warp out there, and I get there, and somebody's done it within the last hour,
Oh.
and I was just like kind of burnt at that point. I was like, I was already really tired, and I was really looking forward to doing that, and then got nothing. So anyway, but so then I was just parked beside the research vessel, like chatting with David, and I ended up just being like, you know what, I'm done, and hitting the log out. I didn't even really think about where I was. I kind of also didn't think it would be a problem because I mean I know they reset the starting planets and POIs, but I guess I just didn't think that would affect. I thought it was just the solar systems, or not the solar system, the planetary system. I
No,
wasn't thinking it's the whole solar system.
the UCH stuff does reset too.
Yeah, it's the whole solar system sets, and I didn't really. I guess that didn't click. I've always been on, or the only other server I've been on, I've only seen them reset the POIs.
Mm-hmm.
Like they actually reset the POIs. I don't know if they like run a script that goes through and resets each one, but they don't reset the whole, like the quest, like the UCH research vessel. There's kind of no to set that, because there's nothing changes about it. You know what I mean?
And I think ultimately it was a decision by Krelitz to make things as simple as possible.
Possibly, yeah,
So
where
instead
you
of
could just
having,
do,
25 different scripts, let's just run one to reset these areas.
right. So anyway, no big deal. I learned my lesson, but yeah, I logged in. I was still working, but I jumped in real quick. I was gonna just quickly warp back here because I wanted to get a blueprint of Roger's ship because I wanted to look at it in creative, and I was just floating in space outside a research vessel. So then,
Rutro.
yeah. So Chronologic came and hooked me up, got me my ship back, and then I warped back here, got the blue, did the whole thing. Then, I don't know, 3-4 hours later, I sit down to actually play, and I walk into the ship. I'm running around, I'm doing things, whatever, and I walk back in the hangar bay probably for the third or fourth time, and I go, hold on, where's my SB and HB? Oh, that's right, they were on the ship when it disappeared. So he
Nice.
came back out and
Good.
dropped them off
I'm
for me.
glad they took care of you.
I'm glad that it's so easy to, like, it seems to be. I don't know what the complications are in the background, but I'm glad that you can do that, and that you can get it back with all of its inventory. And I was really, really amazed. I thought for sure I'd get, a hull. It would just be like, here it is, But no, the only thing you're stuck with is like fixing your logic and, renaming your containers. Basically, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
Oh, and it loses its the color palette.
Oh yeah,
So
it does that weird turns purple thing.
This 5 gray tone Jay Randall build looked like a clown show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wish there was an easy. I'm sure there is an easy way to do this. I just don't know the command for it.
What is it? What are you trying to do?
To get it set up for as a base instead of a CV.
Oh yeah. Figure that out. Oh, actually, we got to do it too. What I do, or I've done a lot, is just type help.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
And then just jump through. Let's see. Oh, I'm about to starve to death. I should probably take care of that before I. So there's a structure command, and if we do help structure, it says remove device signals from lock codes. Property get, property set. So let's do property name, value. So let's do help structure property.
Oh, maybe that worked.
Oh, did you find it?
Maybe? Let's test something here. Where is the furnace? Nope. Hang on, my shields are on. Nope, shields are off.
Nope. So there's no help for what property? Maybe if I do structure set. Help structure. Yeah, I don't know the property set, what all they are. Google's gonna have to be the way here.
Yep. All right, let's see here. I think I'm kind of done with creative for now. Let's see, real quick, like bright.
So get the ID number. Oh, you have to do it in the save.
In the file.
Yeah, so let's see. Go to save file, make a backup copy. Yeah, you have to edit the file.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, so
Well, let's take a last look around this bad boy. And then I'm gonna go get more coffee and
yeah, probably go to bed 5:20 in the morning now.
you've been up all night, huh?
Yeah, this is pretty standard. I work like 11 to 7, 11 to 8
Oh,
kind of
okay.
hours. Yeah, so it's pretty standard.
I always hated that. I'm not a morning, morning shift kind of person.
Yeah, no, I'm not a morning shift person at all. I love my 11 o'clock start time.
I like, normally I head into work. Oh, I've got about a 45-minute to an hour drive, so I normally leave the house about 5.
Yeah, it's another one that drives me like up a wall. I can't do long drives, not for work.
I don't mind it as much now as I did when I first started doing it.
Yeah.
The longer I've done it, the more I'm just like, yeah, it's a part of it. Because I love my house and the city we live in, so.
Right. It was part of the reason I got out of the Navy. I was to drive onto the base every day and sitting in traffic. It's just like I was over it. I was so over it.
I had to do, what was it, about 6 months at the Pentagon. And I had this crappy little apartment in Maryland. I mean, when I say crappy, like, I'm sure the crack people were living better than I was. But
Because
yeah,
it was what they would pay for or whatever.
Exactly, because my BH,
yeah, exactly.
like, I could pay my rent and buy ramen noodles with my BAH.
right, exactly. Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, the commute was horrible. I had to get a taxi to the train station and then ride the train to a place and then get another taxi and then walk to another subway, and it was like 2.5 hours each way.
Yeah, no, not a fan.
Does not appeal to me.
It would take me times 2 hours to drive onto the base. Like
wow.
typically get up at 4:30 in the morning. I on a Saturday I could get to the base in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But during rush hour, if there's in Virginia Beach, if there's an accident like on the HOV lane, you could be 2 hours trying to get to the base.
Oof.
And it's literally just it's less than a couple miles. It's not very far at all. Maybe 15 miles. There's 100,000 people going to work every day at that base, so it's like have you been to Naval Station Norfolk or anywhere around that? Been to Oceania or?
I have actually been to Norfolk. My brother-in-law was stationed there.
Yeah, depending on the time frame or whatever. Like right now, when I first got there, it was 4-lane divided going into the base. Now it's 6-lane divided the base. And there's, I think, 5 gates open, 4 gates open, give or take, depending on security levels. And like when I'm saying 4 gates open, that's like 4 gates of like 4 to 8 lanes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. but like I said, there's 100,000 people going to work there every.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, between there and this, then you have the other side of it. So if you live, really anywhere other than sort of in the area right outside the base, if you live down towards the beach, which is typically where I live, because that's where the stuff was affordable, it was like halfway between beach and base, right?
Yeah.
And if you live down there, you also have to fight all the traffic that's heading towards the beach to go to NAS Oceana. So there's two stations, two naval stations, and yeah, it's just a nightmare. So it's always a nightmare.
No desire.
Yeah, no desire. I was just over it. Yeah, so you have Naval Station Norfolk. You got Naval Air Station Oceana. I think it's Oceana. I think that's the name of it. Something to that effect. Then you got like Langley. You got all the like the you got the Air Force base. You got there's like an Army base out there. It's too much going on at 5 o'clock for sure.
No,
Way too much happening for 5 o'clock.
Luckily enough, I had one of those jobs in the military where I had to show up and they pay you to go work out in the mornings.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's nice.
I was always on base at like 4 a.m. to go do PT.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
when I lived off base, if you tried to leave and come back after PT, So I just go to the gym and shower and throw my uniform on. And
yeah, see, we that's kind of the nice little bonus to the Navy. You're stationed on a ship. You always have the ship.
yeah,
There's no amount of screwing up you can do, other than screwing up with the Navy themselves to lose your spot on that ship.
nice.
So you always have a rack. You can always go back to that, even if you're dead broke.
Oh yeah.
Blew all your money on dumb stuff. Go sleep on the ship. There's always a place, which is pretty cool, actually.
Oh yeah. No, as a young idiot in the Army, it was nice. I could go out and blow my entire paycheck on stupid stuff, and I guess I'll go eat in the chow hall and got my barracks room and.
Yeah. So so in the Navy, yeah, you don't. Well, I guess if they paid you BAH though, you didn't get a barracks room.
Yeah, no. When I was in DC, I was not in the barracks.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting BAH and I got a rack.
That's nice.
Because it's on my ship. You know what I mean? Nobody else can use it. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, nobody else could possibly rack in it. So, yeah, that
so
was always.
You didn't do the heated bunks thing?
They do that. They have to do that a little bit on subs. Yeah, they have to
That's what my brother-in-law does. Something with the subs. I don't know. He offered to take me out on one when they were testing it from dry dock, and I was good.
Oh, I would have gone on that. That would. Man, if somebody offered me to go back on a ship today, I'd go. I loved it. I loved it and hated it all at the same time.
I toured his sub while it was in dry dock. I'm too tall for that crap.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not short, but I'm not tall. 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, at 6'1", my head was in severe danger every time I walked somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew a guy who was like almost 7 foot tall who was on submarine.
That's one of my buddies in the Army did the what the heck's it called? The warrant officer stuff and the AFAS so he could go fly helicopters.
Yeah.
Dude was like 6'6", barely met the cutoff. I think had to have a waiver or something. He looks like Gigantor smashed inside of one of those little helicopters.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, I miss being on the ship. There's certain things I miss about it, for sure. That's why I have stupid sleep hours too on the ship.
Yeah.
That's why I can't sleep. I went for 6 years sleeping, like 4 or 5 hours a day, and your day being like, you got maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep per like 40-hour period, 35-hour period, not really 24-hour day, because the way your watch schedules stretch out. So like, you do 5 hours of watch, 10 hours of work, 5 hours of watch, and then 6 hours of work, and then 4 hours of sleep. And it's just, because your watch schedule doesn't match your daily routine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
rough.
it's like you like sleep sort of like every other day or so. It's like really weird. You end up on these really weird rotations where you sleep like in like 30-hour days or whatever. It's really
Huh.
strange. Yeah. Gets messed up pretty bad.
Yeah, I
So I
would
think
not be a fan.
Yeah, I think years of that just like broke my internal clock.
I mean,
But
now, like when we were deployed, granted, most of the stuff we did was at night when the guys we were chasing were asleep.
right, yeah.
But I still, I kind of made a promise to myself once I got out, like, given the opportunity, I will always sleep in my bed at night.
Right, yeah. I mean, you do kind of do stuff off hours, kind of same like patient, I guess. So maybe that's a little bit helpful, but the the Navy rotation's pretty whack sometimes. It could be like, this really should be my time to sleep, but the problem is it's like 8 in the morning and they want to run drills. You know what I mean? They want